What's going on, guys? This is Cam. In today's video, we're going to be doing a CRO audit on Oathaus, a brand that's doing massive numbers, has a phenomenal product, but their website is bleeding conversions. It's leaking dollars. And in today's video, we're going to reconstruct it and turn more visitors into paying customers based on scientific principles. So the above the fold section, which is the most important section on any website, it's like owning oceanfront real estate and not utilizing it accordingly, is being misused in this very situation. So let's uncover what these guys can do better. So this headline is referring to a single SKU, right? They're pushing people to their cookies and cream. Now, remember, 95% of your traffic is going to be cold traffic. People who don't know who you are, what you offer, what makes you great. And right now, these guys are simply saying, this flavor, take it and go. I don't even know what the product is. So you're leaving the end user to make assumptions based off an image. And sure, the image is very clear, but again, a confused mind never buys. So what we would redo in this situation is rewrite the headline. Granola butter, spread, dip, delight. Experience the joy of clean, simple ingredients in every spoon from breakfast to dessert. Our nut-free treats offer guilt-free indulgence for all. So you have a new headline, you have a subtext that reconfirms the promise made here, and then what we would do for the CTA is find your flavor. That combats the narrative that, hey, we only have one SKU. Because if I came to the site for the first time, I would assume all they have is cookies and cream, right? And you don't want your end user assuming things. So with that headline and with that CTA, what we're referring to is we have a lot of SKUs, and what we're known for is our spreads, right? Our granola butter. Now, when we take it one step further, this image subconsciously needs to cue what that headline is sort of preaching. And what we can do to take this one step further is actually showcase a bunch of different flavors. Because right now, let's say my taste buds don't align with cookies and cream. I just don't like cookies and cream. I'm weird. But they have so many other flavors and they're just not showcasing it. So maybe, and this is a horrible example, but from an imagery standpoint, these guys are doing great. Goodnight Mate is showing all of their products and all of the areas they're addressing. So what these guys can do is really showcase all the different flavors they have. And that's going to enhance the click-through rates of, again, the new CTA, which would be find your flavor, right? You're making this much more adventurous. You're making it so people would want to actually discover and see, hey, maybe I can find something that aligns with my taste bud. Because right now, if I come to this above the fold section, I click on this button, I'm only going to get to see the core product. Now, they've structured their product page in a way where they have their other products, but there's a lot of problems there as well. So I'll continue and we'll get to the product page. But so far, right off the bat, when we look at the above the fold section, lots of work can be done. Now, what they are doing well is I love their navigation. It's simple. There's not too many CTAs. It's not too overwhelming. And most importantly, they have what we call money navigation links. So these are links that are actually pushing people to a place in which they're getting closer and closer to a buying decision, right? So they don't have about us, my story, contact, all those miscellaneous pages that distract people. You don't want people distracted. This is an e-commerce site with one objective, and that's to convert. Get them to consume your products and take that next step with you. So love the navigation section. But again, lots of work can be done on this very section. Now, taking it one step further, also showcasing some type of social proof. These guys are very, very big. I don't know if this is the right social proof. Again, this is distracting the end user, and they've made all of these hyperlinks that takes them to the shop locator page. And that's probably not the objective. If you guys are direct to consumer, you want to blow up the direct to consumer component as opposed to the offline component, then I wouldn't be pushing people outside of where they're already at, which is your e-commerce site. And this is great social proof, but probably not the social proof an e-com buyer or an online buyer would want to see. So taking it a step further, Big O Energy, nut-free, soy free, dairy free. Okay, so you got all your features here, right? Squad goals, and then are these different flavors? Cookie dough, cookies and cream, original. Okay, so right there, right here, what they're doing is they're showing all their flavors. It's just horribly articulated. Like, I mean, 2 out of 10, guys. From a differentiation standpoint, I had to zoom in. I had to look at the copy below the images to even see what the difference is here. And what I would be doing is taking some inspiration from Oats Overnight. So when we look at Oats Overnight, what they do really, really well here is they have obviously the package of their oats, but sort of an image that subconsciously cues what that flavor is. So people are much more visual than they are text orientated, word orientated. So when you take this into consideration, this is going to be a huge win because now people can quickly associate and make the right assumptions in regards to, you know, what the difference between this product is and this product and this product and this product, right? Because they have a lot of flavors, guys, and I'll show you guys in a bit. Now, taking it a step further, Haas party rules. Everybody's welcome to Oat Haas. Always have that big oat energy. Like, I guess they're trying to show their brand's tone. It's like playful fun. But guys, this is, I mean, maybe in the About Us page, this is not going to facilitate a buying decision, right? You know, less is more, especially on websites where attention spans are very, very limited. So just ask yourself, is each and every element contributing to a buying decision? If it's enhancing certainty, right, then you're doing good, right? But if it's just adding anxiety, if it's adding question marks, if it's ambiguous, if it doesn't have any relevance to the core product and the benefits derived from the products, again, no one cares what's in it for you. It's what's in it for me, right? And this seems like, you know, you guys have a phenomenal culture, but again, not going to add to my buying decision. So how to use, I would add some type of animation showing how people are drizzling it in, slathering it, dunking it, diving it, you know, whatever this terminology ultimately equates to. Show some type of animation. People are going to want to see the product used on different, like, chips and sandwiches and, I don't know, popcorn, whatever people are really utilizing this spread for is going to be interesting. So yeah, so they're touching on it. Fruit, smoothies, literally create an animation where you're highlighting all of that. I think it would do a much better job than just a dull looking image. Ingredients. So, like, again, I don't know why they would even add this. This doesn't even look like healthy ingredients. If it is healthy, then explain under each, like, how are the oats healthy? How is the maple syrup healthy? How's the coconut oil healthy? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand how this is going to enhance my motivation or reduce my anxiety. If anything, it's adding more anxiety. I don't know. Who are we? CEO and... Look, I barely know what the product is. I barely know how you guys are going to make my life better. I love that this is a brand that is very expressive and they have, you know, their people forward facing. But when you take it into consideration, again, the homepage is every section is prime real estate when you really take it into consideration, especially if a big chunk of your traffic is going there. I don't know if this is going to be a facilitator in terms of purchase. Again, same thing here, maybe just highlighting your Instagram on the bottom. And then, you know, if we have a huge brand, we have all these success stories, why is our social proof so limited? Why aren't we using picture reviews of showcasing this product on, you know, in smoothies, on pancakes, on sandwiches, just as dope? Like, let's see this product. This is a product that, again, is very expressive, and there's probably a bunch of different recipes you guys can highlight as well. I don't know if you guys have. No, but yeah, all in all, the biggest thing I would add on this particular section is, like, obviously the features section is not designed the best way, and I don't know what the situation with like this typography is. It looks like everything's different in every section. There might be 4 or 5 fonts used here, so you know, finding a way to better utilize typography is going to definitely be to your advantage. It's going to give the overall aesthetic a little cleaner look and feel. But ultimately, when you look at Beam, what they do well is when they're highlighting this very section, everything you need, nothing you don't, which these points can be literally articulated the same way, right? Nut free, soy free, and all these other points, in a way that, you know, your eye can easily pick up on it, and it's direct. It doesn't take up much real estate, and you can easily understand exactly what they're trying to convey. So those are your features, right? Now, I always say, like, separate your feature section with your benefit section. So there's no benefits here, which is a good thing. But they need a benefit section, and they don't have a benefit section. So I went ahead and I put together their benefits. Now, just as a side note, guys, dive into your reviews and look for common trends in terms of what people are talking about. I picked 3 reviews. Okay, I thought I picked 3 reviews, but only 2 reviews show here. But how I came to the benefits of this product is I literally dove into what people were talking about repeatedly, tallied those common phrases in terms of most repeated, and when you put all that together, that's when you can sort of create headlines. So good, cannot get enough of this, amazing on toast, fruit, or by the spoonful. So what is this showing? It's showing it's versatile for any time. You can use it in different occasions, right? That's great. Next review. Where has this stuff been all my life? I ate it for breakfast, for a snack, between meals, or for dessert. So again, you know, just showcasing the different applications of the product is very, very important. And the third review was really just highlighting how it's nut free and you can take it to school, right? So what we did is versatile, anytime, delight, enjoy our product for breakfast, as a satisfying snack, or a delicious dessert. It fits seamlessly into any moment of your day, keeping you nourished and content. Pure, tasty, and nut-free, our clean, simple ingredients offer a shockingly good taste, perfect for nut-free schools and beyond. It's a delightful treat that's safe for all while remaining irresistibly delicious. And then guilt-free indulgence. With our product, indulge freely without worry. It's not only delicious, but also healthy, providing a satisfying option for any craving without any compromise on taste or nutrition. So now you know exactly what Oat Haws has put together in terms of a product line and what benefits would be derived if you consume their products. And we would probably stick this right here. Find a way to, again, maybe utilize some of this PR here, but this is not even PR. This is just establishing where these guys have their products. Probably create an element where it's like found in, you know, 300 plus stores. Find a shop near you, okay? And then you can push them to the shop locator page. Now, let's go to the collection page. Bundles, flavors, merch. Okay, so flavors. Again, guys, you know, finding inspiration and probably finding imagery that is easy to understand and enhance. It's definitely going to enhance click-through rates if you see like banana bread behind this product. And in their actual photo carousel, like, they actually have all of this, right? So this is all great stuff. I actually love that image. But they don't have it in your collection page, which is probably much more important because people are making a decision on whether or not to even click through on the product. So great way to differentiate. Now let's go on one of their best-selling products. I'm gonna jump to a conclusion based off reviews. So here we are. They put all their flavors together. They have build a box and then packs. What does that mean? Okay. So I guess 4 box of 4 jars. How do I select my flavors? Okay. Hopefully you guys don't think I'm stupid. But I don't actually understand how they have this section structured. I think a company that does a great job when it comes to build a box function is Oats Overnight. Like, these guys are killing it, guys. All their traffic is going to this page, and it's so simple. You have to assume you're talking to a third grader, and you have to orchestrate the user experience like it's like you're dealing with a third grader. So select your size, select your frequency, select your flavors. So there's a hierarchy of steps they're taking you through. They're telling you exactly what to do, and they actually pre-selected all the options for me in case, I was like, I don't know, I was like confused, like which one I should go with. So right off the bat, let's say I'm satisfied with 60 meals on the subscribe and save plan. Then I just add my flavors. Okay, I know I have 2 in my box right now. I continue to add. They've gamified the process for me, and they're showing me my savings, which is going to incentivize me to continue to want to add. So this is a great structure. And then what these guys are doing with their build a box function is very confusing. How much GB is too much GB? The answer, what? Okay. Let's continue to look below the fold section. So these guys have a lot of social proof. I don't know what this description is. They have very strong imagery as well, which is great, but obviously not utilized on the rest of the site. So again, they highlight their features. Horrible use of colors, not contrasting. All oats, no breaks, can't decide which flavor to choose. We feel you, variety pack. So they're pushing their variety pack, but is this the variety pack? Where's the variety pack? So probably add a CTA here that says shop variety pack. Lots of work needs to be done here. Let's go down. So original ingredients. Okay, so it's different for all of their SKUs, but this image should probably change out with this image if we're talking about like vanilla, and this is the original. So again, confusing user experience here. These ingredients, you guys need to ask yourselves, are they facilitators in terms of the purchase? I don't know if this is like healthy stuff. Guys, I'm not a nutritionist, so I do apologize, but let's say it is healthy, right? NeuroGum does a great job highlighting what each and every product is. They showcase the product, and then they talk about exactly how this contributes to their core mission, which is like energy and focus with these gums that you utilize. So how does vitamin B6 add to your energy and focus? So this is very a great way to illustrate not only validating your core value proposition, but also highlighting that, hey guys, this is what's in the product, which for any consumable product is very important. But none of this stuff is like salt. Are you get like these guys said like they're a healthy option. So does highlighting salt really contribute to your claims? I would probably touch on just my core ingredients to create the illusion at least that we are a very healthy option. So maybe 1, 2, and then 7, right? Just highlight that, and then maybe add like view nutritional facts under it, underline, they click, and then they'll see the entire fact sheet. Best paired with, I like this. Just maybe create images of like the product dipped in Oreo cookies and celery. Again, this is a product that just needs to be demonstrated. And in your reviews section, why do you guys not have reviews? Okay. Much better way to, showcase these reviews. Just going tab by tab is just creating a bunch of extra steps. Since you guys have so many, you could just have like over at least 15 showing, and then view more to continue to show more. And then here we have the starter bundle above, so I'm not too sure what the situation is. Just again, very confusing user experience on the actual product page. Lots of work can be done there. And then let's say I made sense of this. Just gonna add to cart. So you guys are upselling here, discounts applied at checkout. So lots of work can be actually done on the actual cart page as well. So let's look at these guys just to show you guys an example. So here they have their value proposition right under the CTA. They also have just some more social proof in terms of happy customers. They've gamified shipping. So a great way to enhance the rate at which people go from initiate checkout to actual checkout page. And then we won't look at their checkout page, their regular Shopify site. But all in all, lots of work can be done when it comes to OHA's. I didn't really even talk about the identity. It looks like, again, this is a brand that's very expressive with sort of the typography they've used, the imagery, who's on their team. I think they've wanted to sort of set that to be the tone of the brand. But even then, I don't think from a visual hierarchy standpoint, from a branding standpoint, and most importantly, from a user experience standpoint, it's going to play to your advantage. And all of, you know, there's a quote I came across some time back. It's like simple scales and fancy fails. I think this site had the objective of getting a little too fancy, and again, that's not gonna do you much justice when it comes to conversions.